Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we are finally getting back to the auction car 2014. I believe this is part 4. Pulled the back seat out. A friend of mine switched me out. He wanted to have the police cloth seat, and he gave me the fold down cloth seat. So let me show you what we got going. Well, here's what we got going. First off, you got that rectangular hole, which I showed in a previous video, that you have to get the old seat out using a putty knife or thereabouts. Let me go to wide angle here. And that clippy is currently on the bolster part of the new back seat. And let's see where that is. That is up here somewhere. Oh, oop. That is just holds the bolster on, and this time right there, left and right. And what you got to do is got to get all the hardware from the junkyard, and you will have 2 holes in the back where you need to put this here swivel receiver part of the latch in place. You need speed clips for underneath and the 10mm bolt heads. And what you got to end up doing, usually these go flying into the body unless the dismantler is really good at what he does and he doesn't lose them, but they're available at a hardware, Lowe's, or maybe even Home Depot. There's your two holes. They are hopefully you can see those, and I'll show you what the clips look like in a minute. All right, there is the speed clippies in place. Then you put the bracket in so that it's level, so the longer ear goes in the recess, shorter ear to the right on the raised area. All right, I started the hex heads in there. I just need to tighten this down with a 10mm socket. All right, got some light on the subject this time, so you can see the recess and the raised area and the things in place. And what you do is you get everything back together with this little dress-up rear package tray deck. And then there's a receiver on the back of the seats. Now I'll show you the next step, where I'll index the seats. And you need all the 18mm nuts. I believe you're going to need 5, possibly. So we'll check that out and see how many we need and show you what that looks like shortly. All right, left-hand side has a stud, 2 studs, and the swivel bracket on the right, that is the driver's side seat, goes on those 2 studs. And all right, there's the left side stud, double stud. I'm going to run them on finger tight and get the alignment. This pin goes into the other 1/3 of the seat, and we got 2 over there for that hinge, and we're working on the driver's side part. Now the passenger side fits in this pin, and bolts over here somewhere. I think with 2 bolts, 2 studs right there. Stand by. So we have to index that pin for the passenger side of the back seat. Slide it on over. Then we got this bracket on 2 more studs. These are all 18mm hex head bolts. I mean, nuts. Okay, so if you've got a police car and you want to put this seat in, run all the nuts in finger tight. This usually goes up and into the trunk. I ran them in finger tight, backed them off just to make sure that everything would latch. Got some more wiring out that was hanging halfway loose. And here's the other side, which I still need to snug a little. And then put the 18 on there with a 1/2" ratchet, crank her down. And then the back seat. Oh, this has to go. I messed up. This has to go around the seat first somehow. I'll probably unbolt it and then put it around it. I could do that right there. All right, here we go. Okay, while you're looking at it, and if it's not right from somebody else messing with it, the tab goes away from you and into the two raised areas. Keep it from spinning. There's the other side, 18 millimeter, crank it back down. And it's time to tighten all the rest of the bolts up. And get these two and work my way across. Okay, here's the decent sized ratchet. You ain't gonna break these by hand, so just tighten them as tight as you can make it with a decent sized ratchet. There's a total of 6 studs, 6 18 millimeter, and one final test to see if she closes okay. And it's a miracle. All we gotta do now is the bolsters. Now the bolsters are quite easy as well. They are kind of Mickey Mouse, just they screw onto a screw somewhere and they go in here. Let's see here. That one is the other side. Of course the thing falls off like so. Let's see where that's supposed to bolt up to. I forgot. That's still not the right one. Let's try this one again. Oh yeah, there's a bolt hole right there. All right, so that's how the bolster goes in it. There's a bolt hole in the sheet metal, so it's going to take a sheet metal type bolt. And then there's supposed to be a bracket here that goes in there, which just went flying. Okay, I got these Amazon bolts. They're 8x10 by 25 millimeter, which is 1 inch. I got a 50 pack for 10 bucks, which fit a lot of different things on these cars. So anything from coil packs to the seat bolsters, looks like. We'll see if we fit. Well, I had to drill out to 7/32, which is a 32nd, no, it is a 64th more than the hole was to get my .8.10 metric to crank in there, but we got it in, and I will repeat to the other side. This is the finished product on the passenger side, back seat back. And the other side we're going to repeat, except I'm shy of clippy, so I may just set it in there temporarily until I get the clip, so I can kind of make it the way it's supposed to be. When we put the back seat in, or the bottom, that is, it's got a metal loop that fits in here and over there, and just lays on the sheet metal on the back, so the back bottom is very simple. Alrighty then. So we will go to the other side. Okay, I drilled that hole out to 7/32. I just got this in here temporarily with the bolt head just threaded into the, well, I'll put this back when I get the clip for the upper part, and that'll be corrected perfectly. So that just sits there anyway. It doesn't do much. All right, on this one, I popped it out because I had wires stuck in there. So I need to put it back right. I'll have to do some jockeying around, I guess. These two yellow things have to go towards the roof to engage. So let's see if we can get them engaged. And that was too simple. All right, the back seat's just about done. We just need to thread the seat belts properly through the bottom. We'll do that next. So the seat belts go in a certain way. The red on the left and right faces, so you can get it off. So there's the red facing to the right, red facing, well, actually opposite to the left, but that's so you can get to the button. And the middle one just lays in there. And the middle shoulder harness is here. So it just lays here and probably doesn't get used very often. Then on the bottom, we have these U-shaped clips that engage into the rubber grommet. And 1 and 2. And we have a back seat. All right, we pretty much eliminated all the wiring we could so far. So next step is put a hat on. Now I've got a console we're going to put on. It's a humid day here, about mid-70s, just rain. I am scaring the neighbors with no shirt on here. But that's the back seat transformation from a police to civilian seat. And next thing we're going to do is the trunk. We've got a quagmire of some things, and I'm going to clean it out. I can either put a compact spare in it or bolt the full size back in where it was on that metal hump right here. And I don't know how they managed to bend the daylights out of that piece, but they did. And I'm going to pull some of these things like this fire extinguisher bracket out of here, and this charging unit, and these 3 cigarette lighters that go to nowhere. I also need to pull this out too. I forgot about it. It's a fuse block that goes nowhere. I'll just take it out. Anyway, we're getting there, little by little. And so again, thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, and more importantly, subscribe. Why should you subscribe? Well, I don't have you anything to give you, but I don't get any credit for this YouTube video. Or I should say I don't get full credit from YouTube unless I got the subscribers to go with the views. So if you click the bell, you get an alert that tells you that I've got a new one in queue for you to watch at a later time. And thanks for watching, and God bless.